Alrighty, so we are going to be doing the Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen DLC. We're going to be doing this with a different character. This character is level 200. It is max level. I max leveled it as magic, so I will most likely be rolling in there as a magic archer.
So many babes.
So you can only access the DLC the first time at night after you kill the Hydra. Work your way back to Castardus and then come over to this dock, and then we should be able to access the DLC. So you can see Ulra's here now. Do I recommend going to max level? That's completely up to you. It does really break the game. How long does it take to get to max level? Well, I played 5 playthroughs and 4 of them were on hard mode. So it'll take a while. And I farmed even that much just for gear.
You can see me. Then you are one known to the dragon, bound within the eternal ring. I have dire need of the Arisen strength. Please, sir, will you lend me your aid? You have my eternal thanks. You speak now to a shadow of sorts. My flesh resides elsewhere. I would take you there now, if it please you.
You can do the DLC as any class you like.
I ask you,
I've done it as low as level 47.
Is that the chosen of your own will? You are Arisen. We stand now on Bitter Black Isle, far as sea from the cove we departed. I would ask you to explore its depths.
Okay, she has a little bit to say to us.
Were it possible, I would not send you off with so meager an explanation. But I fear I myself do not know it better. My past, my aims in coming here, all of it is lost, as in a fog. All I know is that I, like you, was called here, and am bound to stay. I sensed you in the distance, and called to you for help. I knew somehow, as by instinct, that you could grant the wish of the one who dwells below. Just as I know my role here is to aid you in that pursuit.
Okay, we're going to change vocations.
I am versed in... Should you, the precede... I shall aid you however I can. For therein lies, if there is aught I can do, say.
I'm going in as magic archer. And my pawn is going in as a sorcerer. This is almost exclusively all gear that I found here.
I can do, say it. I shall aid you however I can, for therein lies
Okay,
the prey.
I'm going to get some of the pawns I summoned from my past playthrough.
The air is heavy.
Okay. They do save. Even if you go to New Game Plus. Solana and Karya. We're getting rid of Rook.
Is everything in order, Master? May our path.
Him being level 6 is not going to help us here.
Can I be of use? I am honored. Can I be of use? I am honored.
Okay. Got our pawn set up. We're going to withdraw items, and then we are going to set up our skills, and then we will jump into the first dungeon.
My hope, I shall aid you.
I do have some things left over from last
I shall aid you
playthrough.
however I can. If there is aught I can do.
So I'm going to take a few mushrooms. A few mithridate. Okay, there should be some good healing items up here. So we want balmy perfumes and balmy incenses.
If there is aught I can do, I shall aid you however. Pray.
Doesn't really matter that I'm over encumbered. I'm not going to be doing a lot of picking stuff up. I'm just going to be pointing stuff out and going through the dungeon. I pretty much have everything I need.
If there is aught I can, if there is aught I can,
Like anything I could ever want from this, I already have. So we're going to do magic rebalancer and immolation. Okay, my augments are set. Cutie, Bastion, there's another one that augments your magic. Sorry about that. Attunement. Okay. Extra health. Extra stamina. Okay, so I'm going to be rolling with Articulate, Conservation, Acuity, Attunement, Athleticism, and Regeneration. I'm going to also swap out, I'm going to swap out Vigilance for swap out this one to make her cast spells faster.
If there is aught I can do. If there is aught I
Okay,
can do.
so I am gonna run with Magic Rebalancer. It's basically Demon's Periat. Immolation, I set myself on fire. 100 kisses, exactly as it sounds. High Ingle, fire. High Levin, lightning. High Browan, tide, lightning. Sixfold Bolt is ice. Hunter's Bolt is holy. Ricochet Seeker is thunder. So now we're going to give her High Angle. We are going to give her High Levin. Okay, we're going to go Brontide, so she has a up close physical magic she can use. Geisiel, giant ice pillars, High Maelstrom, and then we're going to get a spell that cures everything. High Void spell.
If there is aught I can do, say it. I shall aid you however I can. Pray, take
Okay,
care.
let's jump into it. This is actually going to be pretty easy. What Bitter Black Isle is a series of dungeons, and it does have a storyline. And you'll get to see that as we get closer to the third dungeon.
An appetite, perhaps.
I'm not going to be accepting any of the quests here. I've already done them. But I will point out enemies and their weaknesses and what to watch out for. So first time you come here, death is going to be chasing you. So just run past the first room, but watch out for these dogs. They're kind of undead, and they're just a little bit poisonous.
The moonlight lends this place an otherworldly feeling.
Wolves!
As you can see, I'm just a little bit overpowered, but the enemy's massive experience. You can jump down here. There'll be more treasure in a room back there. Treasure chests do respawn. A lot of rift crystals. A lot of wake stones here.
Leave this place. You still
I'm just kind of here to show you the main part of the DLC.
This place is host to only those with some tie to the worm.
I mean, it's fun the first time you go through it and experience it, and you finally beat it. It's a big yes moment. So I want you to kind of explore and experiment that. Like go through and find everything, and as death. If you damage him enough, he'll go away. Alright, big guy. Ricochet Hunt is a beast. In tight corners. You get hit by that scythe, you will die in one hit. Yeah, he ran away. No problem. No problem. But ideally, you do want to run past him the first time, because he can wipe out your whole pawn party, and not good. Whole bunch of goblins in this room. Some treasure all around here, as well as some heals.
Even in numbers, a weakling is a weakling still.
With my help.
When we come back, there'll be a Cyclops in here. What's different about these, about this dungeon is there's special enemies that aren't seen in the main game here, and if you wait too long, they will show up, and you will probably get your butt handed to you. But I mean, there's ways to escape them and cheese them. For example, you could go up in here, whole bunch of gold. Got you some free throw blast. Got a skeleton to search. Most likely you're going to get a armor piece or a bitter black armor or some gear in this chest. So, okay, gear, that works.
What greater thirst than immortality? What crueler torment than to live in this place devoid of all but despair?
Welcome, good Arisen. 3 days this one. A week, perhaps. A favourite game of mine, guessing the lifespan of those who enter these halls. Nothing personal, mind. And rest easy, friend. 3 score guesses here now have yet to hit the mark once.
That's Barrock. He's a former Arisen. Okay, so I'm just going to point out a few things. Over there is a moonbeam gem door. There's one over there. There's one over there. There's 2 in there. There's 3 below us. I think there might be one more over here. I'm not for sure on that. I barely found this path, but you can jump down here. And there's a path in here you can take 2. There's supposed to be 8 doors in total. But I know there's 3 or 4 down here. And then, but in this door there's 2 for sure. There's 1 above. There's 1 over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. But secret passage in here. If you get enemies can't get up here, so if you want to summon a big monster like a cursed dragon, then go for it. And then you can just cheese him from in here. He can't hurt you. Got a lift stone. Those you need to evacuate in case you're in trouble. I wouldn't recommend coming in here without one. However, I knew that this guy would be here, and he sells multiple, so I'm just gonna buy a whole stack from him. I'm gonna give my guys, give her about 50 mushrooms.
Someone's looking for me. And on it. Now, will you have a look? Wouldn't it be then?
He also sells the rancid bait meat and the martyr's talisman, and that increases your experience for a short time. Rancid bait meat you can use to call big monsters.
Wouldn't it be then? Now, will you have a look? No doubt.
But I am going to be skipping through most of the dialogue on this one. I'm just going to be showing you the main dungeon itself and how to get through it. I definitely want you to play it and experience it for yourself. Whole bunch of treasure and stuff in here. I mean, it's everywhere. There's 2 chests, 3 chests, 4 chests, 5 chests, chest up there, secret doors in there. You can gather wake stones like crazy. Mushrooms, grass. So your goal is this door here.
You may not have it open without
That's
the
the
treasure.
part of the first dungeon. It's locked. So we have to go get the key first. So you saw that we interacted with the door and it showed us this one over here. Short run to the key.
This looks interesting.
Every time you pass one of them, you're going to get dialogue.
Pray, leave me to sleep in peace.
Let us continue our exploration using this stone as a hub.
As you can see, I'm just a little bit overpowered. I mean, just a little. These are trapdoors. There is loot in them, but if you go in there, sorcerers will spawn over here,
Lurks round every corner.
and then there'll be, I think, a fell lord pops up in the cage. But yeah, 3 experience. Not that it's so hard to kill them right, but 3 experience. And usually there's a skeleton key in here to open those doors.
That was a waste of
There's
time.
a lantern. There are mimic chests in here. This is one. This little shit right here is a man-eater. Yes, I'll show him off real quick.
Let go, fiend!
Yep. Shut up.
Small. It's no threat to us.
Being careful. If you kill them, you have a chance to get massive experience, plus rare upgrade material. Although, as you saw, insta kill. Stood in the circle, paid the price. No big deal, just showing you what it is. Very tough enemy at low levels.
None of it matters now.
I just tend to
Pray,
save before I open a chest. As you can see, each enemy has their own element. They're weak to fire.
What's this?
Those chests do respawn the mimics after a few days. You can't really cheese them. They have to be open. So, I mean, you can use throw blast and stuff, but not really important. I want to show you how easy it was to die. I want to show you there were definitely little turds.
This looks interesting.
But as you can see, I'm just walking by treasure chest after treasure chest. All know about it. Ricochet hammer, resin butter for a magic archer, especially in this place. They can hit an enemy up to 20 times.
One at a time.
As you can see, everything's pretty much dead. More treasure over here, I'm sure that's not a surprise. Over there's a shortcut back to where we came from. More treasure. If you have a staff, you can levitate off the ledge and grab that.
We made a point of treating any wounds immediately.
I think they'll be a sneak into that. Nah,
One at a time.
yeah, goodbye. Ooh, that's kind of more treasure and more treasure. Okay, so the key is in this room.
What's that?
Rancid bait meat has a huge chance to spawn. Dragon can spawn in here if you kill the Gorklops. This is a prison of Gorklops. Regular Gorklops isn't that much bigger than a Cyclops. It's actually smaller, I think. Smaller than an ogre even. So you can ignore it, let it be. I don't have a reason to fight it. There's going to be a gargoyle up around here.
What's that?
Where are you, gargoyle?
I'm beginning.
That's not what I wanted. I accidentally freed him. That's not bad. That's my bad. No big deal. Just continue on. Watch for the holes. The only thing I can benefit from now at maximum level is level 3 gear. And that is, you have to beat the DLC and then you have to reset it, which I'll explain that. Here's our key. But I'll explain resetting the DLC once we get to that point. I wish I hadn't freed him. Just walked past him, that would be great. As you can see though, I deal massive damage. So I'm not all that worried about it. A lot of people come in off the first and they just farm this guy. They bring like 200 drill blast in here and just kill him from up here. Line up a shot and throw it off the edge. Yeah, I mean, it does work. You gain like 40, 50 levels off of it sometimes, depending on how low level you are. Yeah, I mean, it's fairly safe, as you can see. I'm demolishing him by myself. I don't even know what my pawns are doing. Probably stuck in a path in there. But yeah, as you can see, bitter black weapons even destroy bitter black enemies. It's just insane. And that's why I brought the mushies. Get my stamina back to full. Alright, start flinging those out again. As I said, a dragon can spawn if you kill him. You can also get high level gear in the DLC with little to no effort up this guy. You can steal from him while he's chained to the wall, and then clothes out and then steal from them. And you can steal until your inventory's full. And you can get a bunch of level 1 and 2 gear right off the bat. Oh, there you are. Poor you. 570,000 or was it 57,000? I think it was 570,000 experience. I didn't get a good look at the number, but massive experience. You can see here's stuff. Bitter Black Weapon level 2. So a lot of people come in here, get some of the strongest weapons in the game, and then play the normal game just to break it. But we've got our key here.
What's that?
But basically it's all about weapons and armor in this game. As you can see, I've got the weapons and armor. Sometimes an ogre can spawn in here, or a grand ogre I should say.
Our foes are fierce and strong. Must we made a point of treating any wounds immediately? Let us be doubly sure to collect any spoils left after a fight.
But yeah, it's interesting at first. I've been through the DLC numerous times, and unfortunately, it's like I would like to stop and slow down and show you everything there is in the DLC. But when I start playing it, I just want to get through it as fast as I can. I just flip a switch.
Assume the enemy lurks round every corner.
It's like I'll start playing games and then I'll want to 100% them and do everything that there is to do, and then I'll be like, nah, it's time to move on. You know. So we've got our key now. So if you talk to Barak over there and you withdraw from your inventory the Fiend Lowering Incense, you can hop up these rocks, and there's a giant set of doors called the Rotunda of Dread, and it spawns 3 sets of enemies. There's 5 Grand Ogres and 3 Eliminators, and some, I think, Sirens. And then after that there's Dragons. I think it's a pair of 2 or 3 dragons, and then after that you get a 2 prisoner Gorklopses in there, and then from that you can go back to what regular enemies you would get in there, and that would be like a buttload of harpies and a cockatrice. There'd be an arch hydra in there. I forget what the other one is, but there is some really strong enemies in there, and that Rotunda of Dread is probably the best farming spot in the game you can get to. As you can see, we're literally just walking past everything. There's going to be a cockatrice in this room. They're weak to fire. A chance for, what's their name? Big Giant Dog. Warg. Garm. Yeah, treasure everywhere. So just be sure to explore your rooms. I'm not even going to fight the cockatrice, to be honest. There he is, some goblins. Not worth getting petrified. Highly recommend bringing some softs. and just run right past him, open the door. It's an optional mini boss, and sometimes it can be more of a headache than it's worth. If you need to rest, go up top right here. Barracks in here. Free use table with lift stones. Free throw blast. These do respawn. Airtight flask in there. And I mean, there's probably a dozen throw blasts here, and that'd be more than enough. There's airtight flask. There's treasure down here. So I must say go, and hopefully they'll loot everything. Up here, moonbeam gem. Open one of the moonbeam doors. Don't know how much it weighs. Give him about 20 of those. Okay, I don't need to throw a blast or anything in the room. There's a healing pool in here. You just stand in it. Your health goes all the way back up. Plus a rift stone. More treasure up in there. I'm not super worried about it. Treasure behind here. Just keep in mind any treasure chest can be a man-eater.
What's that?
I'm jumping down a
Could
ladder.
have some undead, could have some saurians down here. Definitely could have man-eater chest in the sewers, but there's chest everywhere. There. More mushrooms. The whole purpose of Bitter Black Isle is once you finish the main game, you come down here to get stronger, better gear. Evil Eye. Those are gonna get hurt when they're casting. They're not weak to lightning. They kind of watch for them to cast. Once they cast a spell, then that's the time to mess them up. The stupid magic barrier. As you can see, petrification's a thing. Hopefully Emma can cast that petrification spell. That cure all spell.
Watch for its spells.
I still see all my dudes. Oh, no, Emma's a living statue. Afraid I don't have anything that can cure that. And she's gone just like that. Now, I caught petrification. I'm probably not going to make it. She's probably not going to make it. Unless I can make my butt up all the way to that rest before I turn to stone, which I highly doubt. Out of stamina. Out of time.
Watch for its spells.
And you just jumped off a ledge.
Stay with me!
So probably better that I die to show you what is there. I mean, there's a lot of shenanigans on the Isle, you know. I'm going back down there. I'm not bringing petrification cures. I'm not bringing all heals. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm going to show you exactly what happens when you come unprepared. But I'm also going to show you what the main DLC is about. So I am going to leave these deaths in here. I'm just going to be careful. Evil eyes are here. Why fight them? Okay, that was not nice. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Okay, I'm poisoned. Don't particularly care. Next door. This next enemy, it can blind you, it can petrify you, it can do all sorts of crazy stuff. And then it'll be fighting about 10 enemies at the same time. So this is where I'm going to use immolation to set myself on fire. This is the boss of the dungeon. His name is Gazer. If you are not caught in his gaze, then you don't have anything to worry about. If you are, it kind of sucks. As you can see, no big deal. No big deal. Unless you're low level and you're underprepared, not a big deal. The status effects will wear off. This is blindness. This is poison. Now we can actually see what we're doing. So the reason I got immolation is because I'm going to run, I'm going to jump off. I'm just going to climb into your eyeball. I'm just going to start whacking. Yep, just start spamming. Just start spamming. Watch your stamina. That could be bad. Okay. What you're doing here. There's petrification again. See, my pawn cured me. That's why I brought the pawn with the petrification skill. If she can get it off, great. Watch for that orange spike. If he wants to try to ram us, we're going to make him eat that spike. I'm going to stand right underneath him. And you can eat that. Okay. Set myself on fire. Climb on that eyeball and just start a smack. Doesn't matter, I'm already up in here. Just to start a spamming. Can't see a thing. Stamina's about out, I know that. Can't see a thing still. There we go. Now it's taking massive damage. So heal. Get that eyeball. Hold still. Technically, he started it. So. Okay, so these are his pillar attacks. This is a magic cannon. So you kill the tentacles. He's going to fall out of the sky, and we're going to use that magic cannon against him. Just spam that bad boy. Straight for the weak point. Done. 720,000. I got nothing on hard mode.
I'll take that.
What's this?
Drops the loot, I think, right here by the stairs. There's loot everywhere, treasure chest everywhere. I'm not worried about it.
I feel familiar with this area now.
And grab this and go to the stone, examine it, and examine that stone for an extra 20,000 XP up there. It's free XP, might as well do it. I'm max level, XP doesn't help me out. Open your shortcut, so you don't have to run through all that again. Okay, come in here, rest, get ready for your next dungeon plunge. When you go back in that way. Continue on. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next time.